And so the first person I'm going to induct today is John Youings.
John. If you're not John's friend yet, you'll know by his patriotism who he is.
Definitely down. Move over a little bit by the screen. Where do you want him? Anywhere? Right here is good? Right here is good.
I have no idea.
We're mates now.
We are mates for life.
So anyway, I'll tell you a little bit about John, because first thing I want to tell you is John's older. And that's rare right now in in our business here. He was born in England. He was born in Barnstaple, Devon. Is that it?
That's correct.
Barnstaple,
Yes.
Devon.
Yeah.
And he was born in May of 1941. And the Youings family, which he's in charge of the heritage of that family name, goes back to 1573. 47 years before the Mayflower set sail to come to America. So further than I can track mine. Mine goes back to Illinois somewhere. So.
The wrong flag?
Oh, it's the Union flag. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, he was born during World War II, so it was a very tough time in the world, and it was a very poor time in England. And then he and his family, his stepfather and mother, transported and moved to Australia in 1956. So that was 61 years ago now. This week, yeah. So he came across a Land Rover dealership while he was in Australia, and a white vehicle in there just struck his eye, and so he went in to inquire about it. Well, it wasn't the Land Rover he was looking at; it was the 1978 jet ski. So the car salesman thought he was interested in the Rover, and he goes, "No, I'm interested in that." Imagine, he said, it was that thing over there I really want to see, Robert. So, thank you. So the journey began for this electrician from Britain and now in Australia. John's been an electrician, and he says that it's an extreme trade, and jet skiing is an extreme sport. On his Facebook page, he reveals a story of unique goings-on. He and his father develop a love of jet skis, both stand-up and sit-down ride, and their motto was "Have couch, we'll ride." And he was known as the Obi-Wan Kenobi of jet skis.
That's right.
John rides both couches and stand-ups, and we'll forgive the couch thing. So couches have their place. They're actually excellent for safety work. John's been married to Lady Marjorie, now for, doesn't say what.
38 years.
38 years?
Correct.
Wow, okay. And they have a son who's an avid free rider. I communicate with him a little bit on Facebook too. They enjoy the third generation of Youings in Australia, which means more jet skis will be needed in the future. He's been a teaching electrician apprentice since 1962, and he's been teaching jet ski apprentices since 1979. He rides, most popular place is Winky Pop.
Winky Pop, that's my favourite ride.
Yeah. Over the years, the sport has grown, and he's been involved in many aspects, and he's an international ambassador. In 1990, he was a Commodore President of Victorian Jet Ski Boating Association, and he held that position title for 5 years. He participated in numerous jet ski races and has 3 Australian titles. He loves riding his 550 SX, entering events, and learning the history of the sport, which he still does today. He's assisted with several rescues and of others over the years, but most notable was the hunt for a missing man, and he helped the police find this gentleman who used a getaway as a jet ski, and then he just disappeared. And he actually assisted the police in finding this guy, and he was apprehended. That's how his affair with jet ski started 38 years ago, and now at the age of 75, he's still going strong. And we welcome John Youings to the Wake of Fame.
Sean, gonna join them for the picture, maybe?
No, just Brenda.
Just them? Okay, all right. There you are.
Oh, thank you. Gee, that's heavy. Oh, I know, I'm that heavy.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Perfect.
Sex.
Looking good, looking good.
Congratulations. Yes, it is your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, God.
Oh, go ahead.
First of all, the most important one to thank for being here is Sean. 18 months ago on Facebook on the history of jet skis, I used to read that, and Sean happened to mention about a Queensland guy, and I answered by saying that I'm still riding a stand-up ski. And of course she dived onto my Facebook site, then found out it was true, which I do. I went into an event the day before we left and we flew out. By the way, I must tell you, I come last. That doesn't worry me because I'm competing against guys that I'm 45 years older. So I can't be as flexible, but I still love riding that 550. And without the help of my son and all my boys, by the way, I'm an electrician, I'm still working. The retirement is not in. I'm going to work on. I'm up and coming president of the local Rotary Club. I start my time on July the 1st. So that's a task in itself. And work, I still want to climb ladders, do this, ride my pole ski and live because one never knows. Once we get to that 70, we're on borrowed time. So if I can keep it up, keep my body moving, keep my mind, and my 3 boys are all electricians, as I said, they work with me, so it's not that hard of work. I work for myself, and if you're not happy with me, you won't have me back. However, they're paying me $80 an hour, and I can go on Facebook. They don't know an old guy sitting behind a machine and up in the ceiling space. Oh, I'm up there for a fairly long time. But yeah, so just one thing too. This is very unusual, but I have found a friend here, and I'd just like him to come up. David, you please. Just give him a round of applause. No, David, you'll be my friend for a long time. God save the Queen. Just a thing, I've been sort of flirting about on Facebook, not realising this guy was going to be here. We're in a, it's the Queen ships, the liners of the world. I've sailed on them, David has, correct?
Yes, yes. My father came to this country on the Queen Mary.
He came on the Queen Mary. I came on a 1930 ship that you'd think was the Titanic, had as much as what that had. But I feel real, meeting somebody like that is very unusual. I've never done it before, but I think we're going to be friends for a long
Yes,
time.
I think so.
So before I go, God bless America. God save the Queen. God defend New Zealand. Thank Christ for Australia. That's it.
For all you Yanks, just so you know, when you do meet royalty, you never just turn and walk away. You do have to do the 2 steps back.
Backward. That's correct.
And a little bow and you're off.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thanks. I've got all my hands. So
I know
you
you
do the Mason's handshake. I don't know it.
Me neither, I don't work.
No. Thank you then.
Thank you, John. So you know, John is also going to be our Wake of Fame representative down under and start doing awards presentations for the Wake of Fame in the southern hemisphere for us. So something to do in the wintertime for us. We can watch him on live feeds.